Welcome to How to Give a Dog a Good Life, the podcast where we explore the journey of creating a fulfilling and joyful life with our canine companions. I'm Karenna, and over the past 16 years, my dog Louie has been my steadfast companion, teaching me invaluable lessons on love, loyalty, and the human-animal bond. In this limited series, we'll walk through each year of Louie's life, sharing stories, insights, and practical tips to help you enhance your own relationship with your dog. From the challenges of puppyhood to the wisdom of senior years, we're going to cover it all. I'll offer guidance on training, health, and creating lasting memories. So whether you're a new dog owner or you've shared your life with dogs for years, join me as we embark on this heartfelt journey to understand what it truly means to give a dog a good life. Welcome to How to Give a Dog a Good Life. Hi guys, welcome back. So this week is a special one. Louie's 4 and I'm 19. And this is the year Lou and I both found a new companion that would change our lives forever. It was a year full of love, laughter, and a hilarious trip to an ice cream shop. Before we dive in, let's go into our nonprofit spotlight. And this week's nonprofit spotlight goes out to Outrider Dog Rescue. They're a foster-based and dedicated to finding homes for abandoned and neglected dogs. But what's truly special and why I chose them is their focus on pregnant and postpartum dogs, along with their litters. They give some of the most vulnerable pups a second chance at life. They also have a lot of German Shepherds, which we're going to go over in today's episode. And if you're looking to adopt or support their mission, I'll be sharing some of their adoptable faces on Instagram and a link to their Insta as well. Trust me, you don't want to miss them. It all started when I went to a winter break party at DAP. DAP is the University of Cincinnati's College of Design, Architecture, Art, and Planning. And that's where I had a few friends going, and my friend Dan was one of them. He invited his best friend, James, from high school. And this is how I met James. James and I hit it off immediately. We bonded over our shared love of art, sharks, and of course, raising dogs while in college. He had a brand new German Shepherd puppy named Mauser. And we both knew that life with dogs was just as much about the chaos as it was about love. We stayed up all night at the party talking and decided to keep in touch. Later that spring, James moved back to Cincinnati, where he went to high school and where his parents were. We started dating immediately. Our first date? A trip to the dog park with Mauser and Louie, of course. The two dogs hit it off instantly. They definitely became inseparable from that moment on. That day, after the dog park, we decided to grab ice cream at Grader's, which is a classic Cincinnati ice cream spot. Even Oprah loves it. They're known for the black raspberry chip. I think it was part of one of her, Oprah's favorite things or something, and Justin Timberlake also says it's his favorite ice cream. Either way, the shit is absolutely delicious, and I crave it all the time. We left Mauser and Lou in the car with the windows rolled down, but not by much, only a few inches, because I remember that day it was raining. So it was just enough to get plenty of air, or at least so we thought. So we go into the ice cream shop, and somehow Lou managed to wiggle through the tiny opening in the window, because we're in the ice cream shop and people are screaming, "Whose dog is this? How did he get in here?" And freaking out. And I I turn around and there's Lou looking for me. And somehow we managed to get out of the car, and I don't know if someone let him into the ice cream shop, or I don't even know to this day how he got in there. And, here he was thinking, how could you dare get ice cream without me? He was just so chaotic yet hilarious. 100% Lou moment, for sure. And it really set the tone for what was going to be one of the best years of our lives. That year wasn't just about meeting James. It was about Lou and Mauser finding their own bond. They became fast friends. and Lou and I both gained a lifelong companion that year. This week I thought it would be fun to do a history spotlight on a famous German Shepherd named Chips, and he was a heroic war dog in 1943. This is a really cool story. So Chip's original handler had him. He was a German Shepherd Collie mix, and he was supposed to be a family dog, and, well, kinda. And then he ended up shadowing the daughter and bonding with the younger daughter. And of course, I loved that aspect of the story and felt compelled to talk about Chips purely based off that fact. So to talk, Chips served in the U.S. Army during World War II, and his bravery during the Allied invasion of Sicily in 1943 made him a legend. I mean, total legend. The day that made Chips famous was the day he broke free from his handler and charged a machine gun nuts, forcing the enemy soldiers to surrender. He was wounded during the attack, but still managed to save the lives of his platoon. For his bravery, Chips was awarded the Silver Star and the Purple Heart. Even though the Army later retracted his honors due to regulations against giving official military awards to animals. Fuck that. The bastards. Despite this, Chips remained a symbol of loyalty, courage, and a vital role that dogs played during wartime. I mean, what an absolute badass. It was rumored that when they finally did get Chips out of the machine gun nest, he had a soldier's neck in his mouth. I just can't imagine. What a crazy, crazy dog. It really is a testament to the intelligence, courage, and dedication of German Shepherds. And especially after living with Mauser, the courage is, I don't know. Mauser was the tallest German Shepherd I've ever met in my life. He literally went to my hip. He was very skinny until I moved back from Singapore, and he was 10 at the time, but that's later on. He was usually pretty scared of his own shadow. However, he had a big boy bark, and if he ever thought I was in danger, game over. Terrified of puddles, though. Absolutely terrified of puddles. Naturally, the breed overview today will be over German Shepherds. They originally originated in, you aren't going to believe this, Germany in the late 19th century as working dogs. They're bred to herd sheep and assist in other demanding tasks. They're usually considered a medium to large breed, typically weighing 50 to 90 pounds. Mauser personally was definitely on the higher end of that. He was 95, but again, that was all because of how tall he was. If he were to be a human, he would have been a basketball player. I've never seen a German Shepherd that tall and lanky in all my life. They're usually about 26 inches tall, but Mauser was much taller than that. With proper care, they can usually last to live about 9 to 13 years. As far as their personality and temperament goes, they're fiercely loyal, definitely. They're great family dogs, naturally protective, and they're great guard dogs and companions. They're intelligent and trainable. Their intelligence is ranked amongst the highest of all the breeds. Usually around number 3 is the most intelligent dog breed, and that's why they're usually used as police and military and service dogs. They really do thrive in learning situations and need mental stimulation to stay happy. They're very energetic and playful. Despite their serious reputation, they're really fun-loving and social. Mauser absolutely loved to be around people, mostly if you would just play fetch with him or throw the ball with him. Exercise needs, they are a little bit more on the high energy side. They need about 1 to 2 hours of exercise a day, whether that's walking or running. later on, like when I got into running when I was in boxing camp, I would try to take Mauser with me, and he really didn't want to do it for more than 20 minutes at a time. He really was not into long distance running, but that might have just been him. They definitely need playtime at the park, and of course, he loved going to the dog park. They like activities like training, loves fetch, and some are okay with swimming. Mauser never was. And now grooming. Oh my God, do shepherds shed? Holy shit. Shepherds don't stop shedding ever. They aren't as bad as huskies, but they're up there. I mean, I would have Swiffer and Swiffer the house every day. We had a robot, and it's still, nothing could ever keep up. It was just insane. They have double coats, which makes the shedding even more challenging and difficult to keep up with. And in the springtime, at least twice, we would get him groomed in like a de-shedding treatment, which of course would help, but honestly, nothing would keep the house totally hair-free. Not like I was used to with a poodle, for sure. As far as health concerns go, they can be prone to hip dysplasia. I had a dog when I was 6 years old. My first dog was a Chesapeake Bay Retriever, and he had hip dysplasia, but I don't really remember that, obviously, because I was 6. But it can be very serious. So keeping them at a healthy weight is really, really important. And some fun facts about German Shepherds. They've been movie stars and on screens for decades. Iconic roles like Rin Tin Tin and countless others. And not only that, but they're obviously have a crazy heroic reputation and have been credited with saving lives in countless rescue missions and wartime dogs. So if you're looking for a loyal dog that's intelligent and really just one of the best companions you can get, German Shepherds are an incredible choice. Just ask James. Man, meeting James and Mauser changed the direction and course of my life and Lou's life in ways we couldn't have even imagined. Pretty incredible what a dog can do and help guide you on your life here. Well, thanks for tuning in, and that is it for today. Next week we'll have episode 5, where Lou's getting older. He's turning 5 years old. Talk to you then. Ta-ta.